Hey, welcome back. Here we are for video number 2 for 1.3, which is all about order of operations. So we're going to start with this problem right here. We're just going to run through a bunch of problems. That's what we're going to practice right now. So evaluate 12 minus 2 times 4. Remember PEMDAS. So parentheses first, exponents, multiplication and division, and then finally addition and subtraction. So what should you do first on this problem? Yes. So the multiplication or division has to be done before addition and subtraction. So the first thing you do is 2 times 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. So we're ending up doing 12 minus 8. And our final answer is 4. So that is the correct answer to this problem. So next problem. Evaluate 7 plus 60 divided by, and then we have parentheses, 3 times 5. So what is the first thing we're supposed to do for this problem? Yes, we must do the parentheses first. So that is the P in PEMDAS. So first thing is 3 times 5, which is 15. All right, and then you should rewrite the problem as 7 plus 60 divided by 15, which they've done right here. So now that we have this problem, what should we do next? Yes, that is correct. We have to divide before we add. So division and multiplication are always done before addition and subtraction. So our next step is 60 divided by 15. That ends up being 4. Again, you should rewrite the problem now. The 7 is still in front, so it's now 7 plus 4. And our final answer ends up being 11. All right, moving on. Next example. So evaluate 30 divided by parentheses 7 plus 2 to the third power, or 2 cubed, times 6. What should we do first? Correct. We must do the parentheses first. Now inside the parentheses, we have 7 plus 2 to the third power. So inside the parentheses, what should we do first? Yes, we need to do the exponents before we do the addition. That is the E in PEMDAS. So we have to do parentheses first. Inside the parentheses, we have exponents and addition. We must do the exponents first. So we do 2 to the third power. What is 2 to the third power? Yes, it is 8. It means 2 times 2 times 2. It does not mean 2 times 3. So we evaluate the parentheses. We end up getting 30 divided by 7 plus 8 times 6. And again, you should always rewrite these problems and do them on paper. Okay, so that's what we did first, is 2 to the third. What is next? Correct. We still have parentheses, so we still have to do the parentheses, which is 7 plus 8. So in this case, we are adding before dividing and multiplying because the addition is in parentheses. And parentheses is the first thing we must take care of in order of operation. So this now becomes 30 divided by 15 times 6. We no longer need the parentheses. We have done the parentheses. So what comes next? The division or the multiplication? Okay, if you said division, that is correct because we just go left to right. So division and multiplication are the same value of weight of operation. So we do 30 divided by 15 first. That ends up being 2. And then 2 times 6 gives us our final answer of 12. So when we evaluate this whole thing, we end up with 12. Okay, next example. We have 9 plus 7, and then when a 7's right next to parentheses, that means to multiply. 5 minus 2. So 9 plus 7, parentheses, 5 minus 2. What should we do first? If you said 5 minus 2, that's correct, because it's inside the parentheses. So we have to deal with the parentheses first, rewrite the problem as 9 plus 7 times 3. And again, when this is right next to a parentheses, this means to multiply. So we have 9 plus 7 times 3. What should we do next? We should do the 7 times 3 because we multiplied before we add. So 7 times 3 is 21. We end up with 9 plus 21, which is 30. So when we evaluate this, we get 30. Okay, next question. 15 minus 4, parentheses, this means times, 6 plus 1, divided by 2 to the second power. What should we do first? If you said parentheses, you're correct. Hopefully you're checking your notes and realizing that we always do parentheses first. So 6 plus 1 is our first operation. We rewrite the problem as 15 minus 4 times 7 divided by 2 squared. Okay, this parentheses is now just being used to multiply. There's nothing to do in the parentheses anymore. So this is basically just 4 times 7 here. So what is next now? Hopefully you said exponents. So this, again, parentheses is actually multiplication. So we have subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponents. We have to do the exponents after parentheses are taken care of. So 2 squared is 4. We have 15 minus 4 times 7 divided by 4. So what do we do next? Okay, we have to multiply and divide, and we just do this in order. So the multiplication comes before the division here because it's going left to right. The 15 is still first. So this will be 15 minus 4 times 7, which is 28, divided by 4. And again, you should rewrite it as you go. So every step you should rewrite as you go. So now we have 15 minus 28 divided by 4. So do we subtract or divide first? We do divide first, yes, because division comes before subtraction. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. Again, the 15 is still first, so it's 15 minus 7. So our final answer is 8. Okay, and our last problem is a story problem. So you buy foam spheres, paint bottles, and wooden rods to construct a model of the solar system. What is the total cost? So the first question is, how much money do you spend for spheres? Okay, you buy 9 spheres. They're $2 a piece. One way to write that is the cost of the spheres as being 9 times 2. Okay, and then for paint, you're buying 6 bottles of paint, and they're $3 a piece. So you do 6 times 3 for the cost of the paint. And the cost of the rods is 8 times $1 per rod, so it's 8 times 1. So now we have 9 times 2 plus 6 times 3 plus 8 times 1. So what do we do next? Okay, if you said multiply, you are correct. So multiplying has to be done before we add because of the order of operations. So 9 times 2 is 18, 6 times 3 is 18, and 8 times 1 is 8. And what is the final cost of our project? It ends up being 44. So the total cost is $44. Congratulations, you're now ready to choose your big ideas, either mild or spicy. Feel free to email or stop in to get some help if you would like. Good luck.